that way, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. It has gone live. What a silly thing. Oh, wow. Oh, dear. Can't believe that actually went live while I'm sort of doing that. Right, anyway. Oh, dear. Get rid of the dogs. And I'm back. Hi. That was an awful start of me not realising that it's actually working. Hi everyone. Yeah, we're here. It's Saturday night and I've finally got bits done in my house. Not terribly loads, but oh, that's good. The water's coming up. But I've actually remembered that I actually need something to eat today. I've been feeling really sick. I think I've done a little too much, like normal, or as my mum would say. And it's quite amazing how much stuff you have in the house when you're not actually taking half the house with you. But I've just been plodding along and actually just being quite brutal with stuff. I've actually just thrown a load of stuff out. I just threw the wigs out. Yeah, I've just went in, and obviously stuff that you haven't used in the last God knows how many years. Hi, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Stuff I haven't used in like, well, I've been here 12 years and I couldn't remember the last time I brought it out. So it proves I don't need it. Just bear with me 1 minute. I'm just gonna get rid of them. Oh, thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm doing something really simple today. Right. Because obviously I forgot to do myself any dinner today. I'm gonna whip up something really quick, really easy. What I've got here, we've got some potatoes. We've got cabbage. I've got some spring onions and tomatoes. Oh, I think I've missed off the tomatoes on the list. I've got some chopped up bacon and I've got some chestnut mushrooms. And in the pan, I've got some butter melted with some oil. So, I love cooking with butter. I know a lot of people don't seem to be doing it, but I think everything tastes better with a bit of butter. Or as we like to call it, English little blocks of gold. Right, I'm going to move you. I've also got my cheap, there we go. We've also got my cheap, let's put you over here. There we go, we can see what I'm actually doing now. Pop you down. There we go, let's just turn that. One. There we go. Oh. Hey, that's better. I've actually, what was I saying? I've actually got the butter melting at the moment. I want to get it nice and crispy. I'm going to go put a light on. It's a little bit dark, isn't it? There we go. Illumination. So I've just turned the heat up on here. I've got the butter melting nicely. The first thing I'm going to put in is the potatoes. Because obviously they take the longest to cook. And honestly, guys, you can do this with anything that's in your fridge, in your, hanging around. I was actually going to nip up the road and go get a burger. And then I got packing and tidying stuff away, and time got away from me. Again. Oh, thank you for your messages. Yeah, so time's got away from me a little bit. And I thought, well, I actually can't bother to go outside. I'm in one of those lazy moods. So, cheap, cheerful, nice and easy. All we've got on these potatoes, here, there we go. We got some salt, pepper, and I've been eating that chip seasoning. Picked up, I think I was going to B&M or out one of those places. I find that works better on the chips. So, try and, why is that locked? That's annoying. Oh, down, down, up, up. There we go. That's much better. Anyway, so potatoes going in first. Beautiful. I've got no idea how long this is going to take because, as I said, we actually don't know what I'm actually just throwing some bits. Oh, disappeared. I hate when it does that. Come back here. Here. Round. There we go. See, this is what happens when I walk over and then I come back again. So we're still trying to get used to it. And as I say, I've got no idea how long this is going to take. Obviously not that long. Fingers crossed. I'm turn that up a little bit more. But that already smells really, really good. And I'm going to try and lock this. And I don't know why it's not locking. Because actually I really want to show you the food. There we go. Right. So now we turn that up. Let's pop the cover on there. Let's go get a cloth because I've chucked it everywhere yet again. And I'll push it back. There we go. There we are. I'm still saying hi. Thanks for staying with me, guys. I really do appreciate your attention and your support. Cause I won't be keep doing this if I didn't have anybody watching. So, really pleased with that. While they cook away, this is so easy, guys. Again, what I've done with the cabbage, a little bit of oil again, just to soften it up. I'll actually let it sit on the side for a bit, because you know you've got all that water in there. You can get rid of that, so you don't need to put that in the pan. So we've got the tomato juice, and I'm going to sneeze. Bear with me. No, it's gone. No, it's there. No, it's gone. Oh, you ever get that? You're going to get a build up of sneeze and you know you're going to sneeze and your eyes start going. Right, as I was saying, I've got some shredded cabbage here. And I've just put a teaspoon of chili flakes, salt, pepper, and some nice fresh thyme. I know, that's beautiful. Amazing potatoes. I'm not a big potato fan, but I do like them when they're done like this. I think it's because it makes them easier to eat. I do tend not to have potatoes on my roast, especially when I go out. That's mainly to do with half the time I don't even know if they do fresh ones to keep it usually bought in things. The sack is so much cheaper. Alright, there we are. Turn it down a little bit. Now we pop these back. There we go. I think I'm working out this gimbal thing. I think when I go out of shop, it can disconnect. But when I come back, it reconnects. So there we go. If I walk off, there we go, it's disconnected. But then if I come back, it's found me again. So again, playing with the gimbal, sort of trying to work out how to do it. For some reason it won't let me change the function, which is a bit annoying. I'll have a look at that later and see what I've done wrong, because blatantly it's my fault, obviously. You know, they're not actually as hard as I thought it was just how tiny the buttons are and trying to make sure that you're reading the right ones. So, as I said, in here we've got our potatoes cooking away. I have everything chopped up, so you don't have to see my poor attempts to chop in. Plus, I think it makes it a little bit quicker and we can just get on with it. But the potatoes take a little while. So, what we're going to do, we're actually going to get the cabbage in. And the last thing we're going to do is we'll put the mushrooms in last. Just because just because it will actually soak up all any of the remaining water and everything like that, so it won't be so dry. And that's after we put the tomatoes in, and it's going to get all the lovely juice of the bacon as well. If you want bacon, you don't have to add bacon if you don't like bacon, and you don't have to add bacon if you don't eat bacon. But I like bacon, so it's going in. Right, this is, I call it a crap pan, because like, I think it's non-stick when like years ago, but for some reason it's really good at cooking sausages. It always makes the bacon taste nice compared to my other teapot pan that is non-stick. So we're gonna let those cook. I'm gonna turn that down again. We're gonna add in the cabbage with all the juice and everything. Alright, let's turn it again, because this is getting on my nerves now. I'm going to have to turn this off. Just bear with me. Yeah, there we are. Right. Just disconnect that. There we go. Alright, now you can see what is actually going on. Oh, there we are. Don't always need it. I keep forgetting. All I need to do is take it off. So, I've added the cabbage in. I've got quite a bit of moisture in there now. That will hopefully help cook the potatoes. Fingers crossed. And as I said, by the time that we add the mushrooms in, the mushrooms will take the majority of the moisture out of the pan. So you won't end up with all that liquid on the pan, hopefully. She says. Not really reassured herself, but yeah, it'll work. Somehow it always works. We fingers crossed. Let's clear this oil off here again. And that's nice. You can turn that back up again, actually. Really don't like induction. Will be one thing I will not mess is induction. I like to cook on gas. Gas is off, you know, and it's when gas is off when you turn it off. With this, you've got to keep pressing the buttons, and sometimes it stays on and you don't realise it. Or the worst is when you're cooking and you accidentally touch it and you don't realise it's turned itself off. I mean, seriously, what sort of idea is that? I want to cook, I want to stay on a heat. Also, when I lower the temperature, I want it to lower, you know, I just find them a bit, I get the safety aspect of them and everything, but reality is they are not something that should be used for cooking. They're great for in the home and stuff, but personally, not my thing, not my choice of appliance. Alright, that is looking really good. I want to get this mixed in, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it for a little bit. What we've got here is we're going to put the butter in. We've got a really nice sauce going. And also, I did forget, I did actually whack a bit of golden syrup in with my cabbage. So we've got that also stickiness coming through. Alright, into that we're going to chuck spring onions, tomato, and we're going to get more of a sauce with the tomato. Hopefully the juice from the tomato is going to mix nice with the syrup that I've put actually in the pan as well. Also, what this does is clean up my pan as we go along. Nice. Alright. And also starting to look a little bit more pretty in the pan, which I'm loving. Always like it when it looks good. Alright, I'm going to leave that for a minute. Then we're going to add the bacon. And then we're going to add the mushrooms. Because I want all the bacon flavour going all the way through what I'm doing here, and then the mushrooms can just take care of the rest of it. And I'll show you that, guys. It's really nice. And it's great. Really like it. It is. Do you know what? Mum doing that really nice shop that she did for me is actually making me think outside the box. Because I'm going to have what I don't like throwing out food. I hate wasting food. I really get upset if I waste food. So what it does, like I'm doing now, it's making me think outside the box. What can I do with what I got without having to add to it? Okay, fair enough, guys. I did go and buy myself a French stick. I know I've got potatoes on here, but I don't think half a French stick's gonna hurt. Well, a little bitty batten one. Alright, let's leave that. Let's get some cutlery out and stuff. Turn that up a bit. If you've just joined me, I'd like to say hi and thank you so much. If you're liking my channel, please subscribe. It's free. If you don't like my channel, just turn me off and I go away. Simple as that. But if you are quite liking the things that I'm showing on my channel, please pop along, have a look at my playlist, have a look at what else I'm doing and what else is available on my channel. Any questions, just send me a DM. Also, you can find me along on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, and X. Did I say Twitter? I said Twitter, didn't I? Formerly Twitter, known as X now. If you want to find anything else. A lot of the things that I do post similar. A lot of some of them I have different posts for different things. So it's up to you what you follow me on. But on the business side of things, find me on LinkedIn. Anybody looking for any editing done or any sort of advertising or anything, give me a bell. Let me know. Check out my offer I've got going and see if it appeals to you. See if it makes a difference. Right, let's get some cutlery out. So I'm going to disappear because it's not actually following me because I took the little sensor thing off. See, this is the thing on the side. You pop that on, and basically that's what makes you follow. So I'm going to do that now, actually. There we go. I'll pop that like that. There we go. See, wonders of technology, eh? So, let's get a plate. Alright. I'm not allowed for a cold plate. I do like a little chill taken off of it, so I'm just going to warm this for a couple of minutes and get myself out some cutlery. Take that in a restaurant when my food comes out on cold plate. My food's cold. It's disgusting. Whoa! Don't know what happened there. But I don't know what happened there, but it's sort of going a bit everywhere. Anyway, I'm gonna remove that. There we are. Fully charged. How strange. So that was the sensor that you put on the side of your stand. This also actually comes with a little light on it. So if you haven't got any light in the background or there's no lighting where you are, there we go. Let's put that to the side now. Alright, cutlery. We'll go over here. Turn you around. Here we are, guys. Just going to fresh out these bowls a minute. Oh, that looks good. I'll just give these a rinse out before we go into the dishwasher. That's pretty good. But this is really good if you don't know what you're doing. You know, everything in the fridge looks like you're going to make a meal. It's a great way. You can add your own flavours. You don't have to use the ones that I've used. Use whatever you like. Obviously, I like a bit of spice, so that's why the chili's in there. Back here we go. There we are. And we're back again. Alright, I want to keep you on a pan. I want you to see what I'm doing. Sort of. Oh, it's a mess of me, yeah. Alright. Get that white down. Alright. Put it on. See, I don't like this whole countdown thing. Got to sit there holding buttons to cook her. To be able to turn it on and off straight away. Right, that is looking really good. And super, super yummy. And all the bottom is just coming off. Nice and easy. It's going to make that pan washing a lot easier as well. There. Tasty. Right, here comes a nice bit. Now, you can add bacon, you can add chicken, you can put whatever you want in it. You don't have to add any meat if you don't want to. But I opened a bacon the other day, it needs using up, and I like bacon, so it's going in. So, I just want to get that going and leave the lid off because I want as much moisture to now dry out. And I want all the bacon fat to come out and soak up with the mushroom, well, soak up with the potatoes and let the mushrooms do the rest of the work. And I love mushrooms. It's one of my favourite things. They are stunning. I used to make a really nice mushroom sweet potato and chestnut pie. And I've got to be honest, it was stunning. It actually smelled like meat, looked like meat, and you would never believe that you're just eating mushrooms and chestnuts with some sweet potato. I am going to actually have to dig my brain out and see if I can remember how to make it. So it's been a long time since I've done that. Alright, I got that in there. We're going to chuck the mushrooms in now. This is going a lot stickier than I thought it was going to be. I'm really quite pleased with how this is turning out. So, last bit, mushrooms are in. And I want to mix them in really well because looking at this, there's not actually that much moisture in here. Alright. That's actually not too well. Loose one. I think I'll be eating this tomorrow for breakfast. Again, I think I made quite a bit. So, no, it's got onion in it. You can't have it. Alright, let's put the rest of these mushrooms in. Yeah, that's huge. Oh well. It makes it easy day for me tomorrow then. Alright. And that's it, guys. Now, I'm going to leave that. Do what it does best. I'm actually going to put the lid on because I want the mushrooms to cook. Now we've got rid of the majority of the moisture in here. And I've got to stop chucking these mushrooms everywhere. Alright. Alright, let's leave that with the lid. I'm going to go get changed. Oh. I'll stop it. See, look, that's massive. That's far too much for me. Yeah, I'll be saving this. And I'll be probably eating it tomorrow. Not that I'm bothered. Might actually even, depending how these mushrooms turn out, I might actually even turn them into some sort of, I don't know, hash thing. And have it that way for breakfast, which could be quite good. With a couple of poached eggs on it. Turn it into like hash when it goes cold and mix it right up. So, okay, yeah, we've got an idea for what we're going to do with the rest of this tomorrow. Alright. And that's it. I'm going to turn that down a wee bit. Alright. Guys, I'm going to leave that cooking now. And that is me pretty much done. So I'm going to go get changed. I'm going to go get nice and cosy. And enjoy my dinner. I hope you're all having a lovely evening, no matter what you're doing. If you tuned in to me, oh, you poor lot, what were you thinking? Anyway, I appreciate you tuning in, and I appreciate you staying and watching. As usual, I'll be doing my little bit of twirl at the end, and you can see the final result of my mixed up. Everything that was in the fridge has gone in the pan. So I've got to say, guys, I actually looked really good. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but I think the syrup's done the main bit. So I'm going to love and leave you. I'm going to get changed, and as I said, I'll be back with a short to see how this comes out. Have a lovely evening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And if you fancy subscribing, go right ahead. It won't hurt. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye.